So in this video, I want to continue talking about the spurious book of Revelation in relationship to slaves and servants. We first understand the word slave is from the noun doulos, 1401, consistently translated slave in all occurrences of the Devar translation, where, of course, there's the verb to slave, same word family. The point is that a slave has to be distinguished from a servant, where a servant is from the noun diakonos. Which brings me to the point of this video where we see here very clearly that angels dispatched into service, diakonos, are obviously servants. But nowhere in the Word of God are angels called slaves. And by the way, these are angels because we see back here in verse 7 that these officiating spirits are being made, the spirits into his angels in the flames of fire of his officiation. So angels are servants. And when we come into the wedding feasts to be made as officiating spirits, we will be serving others. Now again, as for slaves, doulos, we also find another variation of this word, which is translated co-slave in the Devar translation from sundulos, which now brings us to the spurious matter in the book of Revelation, where here in chapter 19, John, the so-called, the pseudographical John of this book, he falls down at the feet of the angel and prayingly crawls to him. And then this angel says to him, "See not, be it so. I am a co-slave of you." Where here you see the word co-slave only occurs 9 times. But the point being is that angels are not slaves, right? And we who come into the hallowing, and especially into the officiation, are also no more slaves. Paul writes in Galatians chapter 4, so that you are not no more slave, doulos, but a son. Okay? And at present, when we are awaiting the Lord's return, we are, according to what's called the sun setting, found in these verses, commonly translated adoption, which the reason it's translated sun setting is because the word is in the same word family as sons, a son. Huios is son, so it's in the same word family as sons. You could look it up. All right, so as sons of God, sons of the resurrection, equal to angels, we are not slaves. And this is confirmed with Jesus as well. Those who are designated as friends are not no more called slaves, since the slave does not perceive what his Lord does. So an angel calling himself a co-slave does not add up with the rest of the Word of God, where if you examine these few occurrences of the word sundulos, you see that there's no harmony here. So these are things that we have to begin to consider and seek out in the Word of God in determining whether the book of Revelation is indeed a deception. Where the problem here is more likely a solcism or a grammatical error. All right, which we find many of these in this book, where the writ as being God-spirited would not spirit grammatical errors. Where also every prophecy of the writ does not come out of one's own explanatory solutions, problems of interpretation, out of the will of a human, one human, John, one human, that does not align or harmonize with the rest of the prophets, holy human, plural, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, which cannot be interpreted correctly unless we hyper speculate. Think about it.